problem is y'all can barely see me, which means that I can also barely see my book. It's not what this video is about. So I'm gonna, yeah. It can get very distracting to me. Even if there's nothing to look at, I'm still gonna put my book down and look around. And the book, hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited for this video. I thought about it a while ago. I don't know if someone has already done this. It was just something that came to my mind. But I am going to be ranking my favorite reading spots. I thought I would start with my first spot being my car. I love reading in my car, okay? It's raining right now. I got to work early after I had donuts. It's only 6:24. I'm gonna put my little alarm on. I'm excited to read because I can hear the rain. The problem is y'all can barely see me, which means that I can also barely see my book. So I'm starting with the Kiss Countdown. I think I read 2 pages. 2 pages last night because I finished another book and I thought I would give this a shot. I did also download the audiobook that I might listen to at work. I don't like romance audiobooks, especially adult romance. If I listen to it, it would just be for me to get a little further into the book. That's not what this video is about. So I'm gonna, yeah. See, how can I see? Okay, here we go. Let me just show y'all what this looks like. Ooh, I think they just met. Page 5. It's 6:40. You can see that the sun has risen. Well, not really. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a wrap because I'm gonna chat a little bit and I'm gonna rank them out of 5. There's nothing to it. I'm just ranking the spots out of 5, how I felt, how much I read. Reading in my car is actually one of my favorite spots to read. I'm gonna give this reading spot a 3 out of 5. I think there was a couple of things against me this morning. Number 1, I'm just starting a book. That kind of ruined the vibe a little bit. I find it hard to get into books. I'm on page 18 now. Another thing is, it is morning, so I'm waiting to go clock in. So I'm always checking the time. It's 6:41, even though my alarm's gonna go off. Number 3, the rain. I didn't mind it, but I feel like as soon as the rain stopped, I locked in with the book. And that's when I found myself not really like looking around. It can get very distracting to me. Even if there's nothing to look at, I'm still gonna put my book down and look around because I need to be vigilant. And that is true, but I'm also using that as an excuse. I'm just being nosy too, just seeing what's going on outside, looking at the trees. This reading spot, it's a chop. It wasn't okay this time. Number 2 is gonna be the library. Believe it or not, I'm not that excited, but I've come prepared this time. I'm not a fan of reading in the library. I think it's because the positive feelings and energy that I get from the library are so overwhelming that it's too distracting to read. got a 5 out of 5. It was so good to be reading in there, y'all. I think honestly it was a bunch of different things. I'm further into the book. I was able to listen to some of it at work. I was on page 122 and I read till 209. And then I had my jacket. I was prepared and everything. I actually had forgotten my camera. I had to come back outside and get the camera. I took a couple of breaks, messed around a little bit, and then maybe like, what, 5 minutes later, I got back to reading. I read quite a bit. And the book... I'm not supposed to be talking about the books, but quickly. This is fake dating. What they're getting out of it, she lost her job, her rent's going up, she kind of needs a free place to stay, and he offers that to her. He is an astronaut, so his job is, you know, very dangerous, and his mom is always getting on him, and he thinks that by being in a fake relationship, she will stop talking about his job and start talking about them. I'm going to show you guys what else I got because y'all know I love a good library haul. I was supposed to get one. I went in there to get this Ravenous Fate. This is a sapphic, I don't know if it's a sapphic romance, romantasy, fantasy romance. It's also historical as well. I saw this one, Dead Girls Talking by Megan Cooley Peterson. I couldn't find out that much about the author. Personally, I do like to research my authors. And I got my girl, Joelle Wellington. Their Vicious... Oh no, not Their Vicious Games. That's her first book. That's her debut that I read. This is her sophomore novel, The Blonde Dies First. And lastly, I got this book. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to give it a shot. The Wrong Kind of Weird by James Ramos. I don't know what's going on. It seems like he has some kind of, what do you call it? Not affair, because they're in high school. Are they in high school? They've got to be in high school. It's like queen bee of the school. I'm assuming she's the queen bee of the school. And then this new person comes along and they get together and I don't know. It sounds like a trip. But my next spot are going to be some spots in my house. I tend to read in my parents' room, in my room, but like... not really in bed. I do read in bed. I don't like it, so I know the rating's probably gonna be low. But I also like reading, there's some space in between my bed and the window on the ground. And I think that's gonna be a 5 out of 5. We'll see.
Hey, I'm going to read. Hush your mouth.
You're seeing Ellen wearing it in the blue dream. And it's so comfortable, right? It's easy, it's stretchy. It's not like, super stretchy like we did, but it's not.
What?
Why is it just on one ear?
I don't know. You have them in the right ear?
Yeah.
I started recording this video, majority of those clips, the same day, which was Friday. Today is Sunday, so I took a little bit of a break. I'm actually gonna give Reading in the Den a 2 out of 5. I'm not surprised. I actually thought I was gonna give it a 1 or a 0. I cannot read in the same room as my mom. She cannot be quiet. She will find something to say. She'll be peacefully watching stuff on her phone. You don't hear a peep from her. The minute that I go in there just to sit, kikiing and laughing. You weren't doing that before, and now you're doing it now. What? So yeah. Surprisingly, that time that she was talking about her earbuds, that was it. She didn't say nothing after that. my parents' room. 5 out of 5. The vibes were there. I had my headphones going. I think it was also raining outside. It was a lot darker than it normally is at that time. I had the 2 lamps on. I was comfortable. I finished the book. I'm actually giving the book a 4.5, rounded down to a 4. I really enjoyed it. It was not bad reading in here.
Can we just take control? We're overcomplicating how love flows. High low shouldn't be this stock broke. Shouldn't be this hard to tell you I want more. I wanna see that you want me. Snatch me up quick. Let's see the ring. I wanna know, can we move forward? Bust down that door.
This is the infamous spot that I was talking about previously, in between my bed and the window on the floor. I'm gonna actually give it a 4 out of 5. I don't actually read here often, but when I do, I normally really like it. I started a new book, so I at least read the first 48 pages. I stopped on chapter 6. I was actually debating between these two. This is a middle grade fantasy that I had already started. I was on page 84 and I just wanted to finish the chapter that I was on. I read till page 90. I think I mentioned this in the video previously about doing some kind of video with the middle grade fantasies and just middle grade books that I had been reading. The video's not going too well. This is book 2 of it. So then I wanted to go ahead and start the 7-10 split. This is a sapphic romance. And the part that I was giggling about, I don't know if you guys read it. I put the clip in here. Her name is Grace Jones. And whenever Ava is talking and she's like, yeah, you know, her name is Grace Jones, and someone jokes, oh, is that like the model Grace Jones? She's like, no, there's no relation. I thought that was really funny. As far as the spot goes, I was a little uncomfortable today. My butt cheeks were hurting with how I'm sitting. I'm a little cold. I don't like being cold at all. So that kind of ruined the vibe a little bit. A 4 out of 5. Okay, anyway. So out of all of my spots, at the bottom, number 5 would have to be reading in the den. It wasn't that great. It was better than I was expecting, like I keep saying. Coming in at number 4, when I read in my car, the very first clip, I was just too anxious and waiting for my alarm to go off so I could get out the car. Number 3, this spot right here. It wasn't the best. I at least gave it a 4 though. Number 2, reading at the library. I at least went prepared that day. And then the best spot, reading in my parents' room. It was so good. The book was good. The vibes were good. The lamp was on. I could actually see. That's it for today's video. I thought I would switch it up today. Comment down below your favorite spot to read. And I'll see you next week. Bye!